What's going on, my boxing brothers and sisters? Y'all already know what it is, man. Major Key up in the building, bruh. You know what I'm saying? G-Ball Blinky up in the building. You already know what it is, man. Shit, man. There's a lot to talk about, man. We got to congratulate the young man, when it comes down to Devin Haney, but we also got to talk about some weird things, that have been going on since the inception of the franchise belt. You know what I'm saying? The inception of the franchise belt, man. So I'm glad that they were able to clear that up. You know what I'm saying? But we got other people still trying to act like that shit ain't cleared up. What's going on, Dimitar up in the building? Salute to y'all, man. Yeah, man. We got some shit going on, man. People, I don't know if y'all read the thumbnail. If y'all looked at the thumbnail, man, that was actually posted live on ESPN during the fight yesterday. They literally had the nerve to say that Devin Haney was about to be number 11, number 11 as far as undisputed in the four belt era. That's what they try to do. What's going on, Tony Boswell? Much respect to you as well, sir. Yeah, man. So yeah, I say, yo, not only boycott the franchise belt, but we're gonna dive deep into this, man. We're gonna dive deep into it because I'm gonna tell you right now that it's a little deeper than just last night. That wasn't a mistake what they did. That wasn't a mistake what ESPN did by trying to convince you during the live broadcast that Devin Haney was the number 11 undisputed. But then after the broadcast, if you were watching on TV and not watching from the app, if you watched on TV, they switched it over back to the TV, back to the normal, ESPN show. But if you were watching the app, what happened was they continued interviewing, and then when they continued interviewing, all of a sudden they mentioned that he was the 8th undisputed champion. You see, so during the broadcast, they was talking about, he's the 11th undisputed in the four belt era. Then as soon as they ended the broadcast on the TV, they went ahead and backtracked and, he's the 8th undisputed of the four belt era. See, so they were trying to, salute to you, Jerome, and salute to you, KPG, welcome channel. Yeah, man. So it's a little crazy when you start thinking about it, like, because remember, the whole condition started with the franchise belt, right? Of course, it all started with that. And trust me when I tell you that what I'm trying to say tonight has nothing to do with taking away any accolades from Devin Haney. It's actually trying to give him some credit because of all this damn confusion and shouting out for him to actually get the undisputed now. You know, what we see as really undisputed. What's going on, Bruce Gas? But at the end of the day, so they try to market him as 11th undisputed during the broadcast. After the broadcast, they went ahead and backtracked and said the 8th undisputed. But the thing is, when you go back in time and you look at the Lomachenko versus Teofimo, and you look at the background during the press conference, all you see is undisputed, undisputed, undisputed. So they were trying to market it as undisputed back then. What's going on, Jason? What's going on, Tycho? They were trying to market it as undisputed back then, right? And then, we could go into the whole spiel of, the WBC messed that up, which they did, but and ESPN had nothing to do with that. It was just WBC. But now it looks like they're in cahoots because they did that back then. And instead of learning from their mistakes, it looks like they purposely, during the broadcast last night, was trying to say that Devin Haney was the 11th undisputed. And then as soon as the people on TV went back to the studio and they left the fight, the other people that were watching on the app could hear that they backtracked and said, the 8th undisputed champion of the four belt era. So they backtracked. But the first thing they did during the live was try to say that he was the 11th. So they try to put Cambosos in there. They try to put Tio in there. Although we all know that they're not recognized by the other sanctioning bodies, and it's because you need the world title, right? So it is what it is. So with that being said, I mean there's a little bit of confusion. Anybody could click the link, by the way. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drop the link again. You know what I mean? I'm not one of these guys that likes to sit up here and talk by myself for an hour and a half. It's nothing like that. But you know, I don't want to move the goalposts too far too quickly, only because I want to hear what people have to say when it comes down to it. Because the fact of the matter is that Devin Haney did exactly what we expected him to do. He outboxed Kambosos. Kambosos, you know, outpointed Tio to get the victory. Tio outpointed Loma to get the victory. And now what we have at the end of the day is that Haney outpointed Kambosos. How far do we have him on the pound for pound list? Those are some questions I want to ask. You know, where do we put him now? You know, who he's fighting next? You know what I mean? Does he give Loma a shot? What's going on, sis? Lisa Bell's in the building. But yeah, so I mean, like all these different questions that we have to answer. But first and foremost, congratulations to Devin Haney. And I'm glad that Bill was able to show up and enjoy that moment with his son. You know what I mean? I actually called him out the blue last week. You know what I'm saying? And was telling him, man, you know that sucks, but you know, just you know, I'm sure that you instilled already the skills in your son to be able to win that fight if he just boxes. So I was happy to send him a congratulations last night as well. It's all real, man. It's all love. It's been the whole confusion at the beginning of you know what I'm saying, this whole nonsense, all of this craziness with ESPN, WBC, Undisputed, you know, all of this craziness started years ago, and we've been arguing about it ever since. And I'm so happy that Devin Haney got the opportunity. Kambosos gave him the opportunity, and we were able to get a, you know what I'm saying, a solidified, you know what I'm saying, undisputed at 135. What's going on, Mo Boxing? How you doing, man? See, I don't know about all that, though. I don't know about him being number one now, Mo Boxing. You know what I mean? You're more than welcome to click the link, though, you know what I'm saying, and articulate, you know what I mean, what you mean by him becoming number one now. You know what I mean? I don't know about all that. What's going on, Still? What's going on, Slide Encounter? What's going on? Shadow Ghost, what's going on, brother? Yeah. But like I said, man, so for those of you rolling in right now, I see it boosted up a little bit. So my whole thing is, so ESPN was basically saying yesterday during the live, if you were watching the live on TV, right? Because they said two different things. When you watch the live on TV and even on the app, what they said was they try to promote it as Devin Haney being the 11th undisputed of the 4-belt era. And then after they ended the live on TV, they threw it back to the studio on the app. Anybody that was still watching that, they continued interviewing, and then all of a sudden they backtracked and said, "Oh, you know, the 8th undisputed," which that's correct. He's the 8th because Kambosos and Tio were not undisputed. So at the end of the day, it makes it look like it was intentional because they're the same people that put undisputed on the background when they were promoting the Top Rank event with Tio and Loma in the first place. They're part of this whole confusion, and it looks like they were happy to continue confusing when it came to the whole fight card yesterday. But with that, I'm gonna pause real quick. Mo Boxing, welcome to the building, bro. What's going on, man?
Salute to you, Glenn. Mitch Key Boxing, man.
Yes,
how you doing, man? I'm so glad that there's no more dispute, man. All this shenanigan, all this going back and forth. He's undisputed. He's not undisputed. All that shit is now done. It's over. It's over now.
How do you feel about that, bro? It's been like 2 years, bro, right?
Yeah, it's been 2 years of just nightmare, man. Nightmare. Like, you know, some people were calling me, "Oh, you're a troll," and all that sort of stuff. But all I was doing is like just telling the truth. You know, Tio, he was never undisputed. Kambosos was never undisputed. And I was surprised that Kambosos, in the end, was saying he was undisputed. But before he fought Teofimo Lopez, he was saying, no, he's not, if he wins the fight.
Yeah.
But now, like, you know, there's no more dispute now. It's over now. It's finished. Finito.
Yeah, man. But you see, what pisses me off is that, like I said, ESPN seems to be like a major player in this confusion. You know what I mean? They seem to be a major player because, again, hold on, Shelton. Let me see if you got background noise. You good? Oh, there we go. All right, brother.
What's up, bro?
What's going on, bro? Let me put y'all up to speed because I know Mo was listening, but My whole point is, and this is where I want to start off because I know where it's going to lead. But what I want to start off with is, again, ESPN during the broadcast was saying that Devin Haney would be 11th undisputed of the 4-belt era, when in fact he would only be the 8th, right? Because, Kambosos and Tio were not legitimately undisputed. So with that being said, they did that on purpose because as soon as the broadcast on TV went back to the studio, and then the people on the app were able to continue watching as they continued to interview, right? Then what happened was, then all of a sudden they brought it and they backtracked and said, "Oh, he'll be the 8th of all time, or the 4-belt era," right? So they knew what they were doing. That's why I put the thumbnail, because that was the picture of what they put up yesterday. But then afterwards, then they changed, they switched back and said, "Oh, 8th," right? But it's the same. These are the same people, Top Rank, right? When they were promoting, the fight with Loma and Tio, that had Undisputed in the background. You see what I'm saying? So that's, for me, that's a problem. That tells me that they have something to do with this. But I mean, Mo, you can respond to that, and then Shelton could jump in, or
Yeah. I just think like ESPN was to blame, and us fans were fighting for no reason, because a lot of people see ESPN as like a legitimate, source, but they're not really a legitimate source. We are more of a source. We're the ones that follow boxing every single day. Nearly 24 hours. I literally watch boxing videos, boxing streams every single day, man. I'm a boxing geek, bro. These guys were trying to lie to us for years, spreading all lies, man. And I'm glad it's all done. It's over. Now we know. But that picture on your thumbnail, obviously that's not your fault. That's ESPN. They should literally delete that shit, because the casuals would think Tio was undisputed and Kambosos. So, let's be real out here, man.
Yeah, man. What do you think about that? What do you think about that, Shelton?
Well, we had this conversation. We had this conversation a year ago, if you remember, Major. And we all just understood that Tio had the franchise belt. Tio never fought for the WBC lightweight title, because by the time he fought Lomachenko had already dropped it. So you cannot be undisputed if there's another guy running around with the strap. It's just that simple. He was never undisputed. Kambosos was never undisputed because he never fought for the WBC title. Last night, the WBC title was on the line. Devin Haney won all 4 belts. There is no more dispute. We know who the undisputed lightweight champion is, and that's Devin Haney.
My bad. I muted myself by mistake. But yeah, there's nothing. I mean, and to answer my boy Shadow's question, no, this is actually going to go a little deeper than that. This is going to go into, as a matter of fact, I could push it right now because nobody else is here, man, and I'm not trying to stay on too long. But at the end of the day, so does he keep his word? Devin Haney, does he drop the franchise belt and really put everybody kind of in check with that as, hey, this doesn't matter. This franchise belt doesn't matter. What do you guys think?
I think he shouldn't drop that. I think he should keep all of them, because once he drops that, all the bullshit's going to come back again. So it's best for him to keep that, even though I know he said he's going to drop it. But the best thing to do is for him to keep it. And I know for a fact, no one's going to want to fight Devin Haney. Do you know what? He's going to be the first champion to literally chase opponents. Because none of these guys, they don't want to fight him, man. Even Kambosos yesterday admitted he wanted to fight Lomachenko, but Lomachenko was going to war. So he didn't have no choice. Is Ryan ready? Ryan already, ducked Haney. Why don't he want to fight him?
Mm-hmm.
It's just sad. Tio, maybe he might take the fight now because he's got nothing to lose. I mean, Lomachenko, again, yes, if he comes back, because he's got nothing to lose as well.
So that you see, you know what? You kind of jumped ahead, because that's actually where I was going next with it. So let me just add that as a 2-part question, so that Shelton could answer it all completely. And shout out Boxing Historian, man. Bro, we talking about conspiracies. I know you like big on that Boxing Historian. So there's the link. But when it comes down to it, Lomachenko. Does he fight Lomachenko just to really, really shut everybody up? Does he do that? I mean, he doesn't need to, but also look at what Tio was talking about before, like we don't need to backtrack, you know what I'm saying? This and that. Why fight Haney? We already beat the best in the division. This and this. So does Haney take on Lomachenko if he decides to stay? Because here's the thing. With all clarity here, I think somebody said that he had like a 3-part deal with Top Rank, and if so, you got the rematch with Kambosos, then you got one more, and who's with Top Rank?
Lomachenko. But I think Lomachenko doesn't want that fight. I think Haney would fight him because we've seen that Haney is willing to fight anybody. I think Lomachenko is going to try to avoid that.
I think Loma fights him, bro. I don't think he ducks him.
There's levels to this game, bro, man.
Yeah,
no one's beating him.
I think Loma's already proven as the highest one as well, man. But look, hey, I'll let you build on that in just a second. Shelton, what do you think?
I don't think that Haney should drop it. I think Haney should make a statement saying, if you want to be undisputed, you got to beat me for this belt. If you don't want to be undisputed, then stay out of my way. But if you want to be the champion, if you want to be the man in this division, it comes through me. You got to beat me. Now, like my man Mo Boxer said, it seems to be true. Nobody wants to fight this kid. Ryan Garcia fought for a mandatory spot, and when he got the shot, I don't want to fight him. He's not exciting enough. How do you fight to become the mandatory to the champ, and then you don't want to fight the champ when he gets tight? Makes no sense. Devin Haney is avoided. I don't care what anybody says. These guys don't want to fight him. But now they don't have a choice. The Tank Davises of the world, the Isak Cruzes, all these guys that they say are good, that are future champions. If you want to be a real world champion, you got to go beat Devin Haney.
Okay. So, do you think that it's lined up for him to possibly fight Loma?
Well, I think Loma will take the fight because that's the only fight I think that Loma probably has left. You got to remember, you're going to be talking about maybe a 35-year-old guy coming off a possible 2.5 year layoff. I don't think he beats Haney at this stage of his career, but that's probably the biggest money fight he can get. Mm-hmm. And coming out of the war, that's probably the fight he'll take. And I think Haney schools him just like he schooled Kambosos.
All right. So before we move forward, because I know you wanted to expound on that, Mo, boxing, but let me give a shout out to Queen Lisa Bales for the Cash App. Much appreciated, Queen. I do appreciate all the support that Major Key Boxing gets. So shout out to Queen Lisa Bales for the Cash App. No doubt. Go ahead, Mo.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'm not gonna lie. This guy, Devin Haney, no one's beating him. The only guy that's gonna match him is gonna be Shakur Stevenson. Other than that, even Tank, I don't even see him beating him. They're even trying to push him up. They want him to go up now. Last night I was listening on one of the interviews. Lou DiBella was like saying like, yeah, Devin Haney is a big guy. He's too big for this weight. But the last time I remember, he's making weight. Kambosos was the one that wasn't making weight. So why are they trying to push him up? I want him to stay at 135. 140 is boring, man. There's nobody there. Every top dogs are at 135. The money there. Why go up? If anything, when he's ready, he might as well go to like 147, Mm-hmm. So Lomachenko, the reason why I said he's not going to fight him, he's already showed that, that he didn't want to fight him when he was a champion, when he had the WBC belt. He asked for a franchise. This whole franchise thing is because of Lomachenko.
Well, like I said, man, it's crazy because it's not just Lomachenko, man. Look at how we just got here from the start. So it's the WBC, right? With basically you know, if I give you something, right? If I give you a title and I misrepresent that title, it's me misrepresenting. If you think you have a clear understanding, but then that understanding changes when you have your next fight, and then we're promoting it as one crazy thing, and then you know it's not like that. And yo, my bad. Let me set up real quick. Yo, Tony Boswell. Yo, I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate the Cash App. You know what I'm saying? Always looking out, man. Shout out to Tony Boswell, man. A big supporter of the YouTube boxing community. Yo, so when it comes down to it, man, where was I at, man? Oh yeah, so they started it off. They started off WBC. Then it goes into ESPN, kind of like plugging that Undisputed in the background. That's why I started off the way I started off with the whole thing. Because then last night also they were also trying to plug it as Devin Haney 11th Undisputed. See, all of that shit makes like it makes sense when you're trying to manipulate a situation and push a narrative, right? So that's why I'm trying to keep everything in order that way, so everybody can see the big picture. The big picture is that they didn't know what they were doing at the beginning. They didn't think it through when they came out with the franchise belt. They fucked up, and then they went ahead and ESPN kind of like backed them up full-heartedly without even knowing what the hell was going on. And then instead of like clarifying or correcting themselves, the WBC never did that. ESPN didn't do that. And last night it looked like almost intentional that they were doing the opposite. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, Lomachenko, I feel like is still somebody that people are interested in. Lomachenko's never ducked no smoke, man. I don't know what you're saying, Mo. Like as far as him ducking smoke, I don't think he ducks any smoke, man. Will he beat Devin Haney? That's a question that we have to see the fight. I'm not even going to try to sit here and shit on anything about Devin Haney right now because I have nothing but praises for that young kid, man, for doing what he needed to do. You know what I'm saying? But we've been on the, you know what I'm saying? We've been on different panels the last couple of years talking to Bill and talking about this whole thing, and now he's finally undisputed. You know what I mean? And I'm happy that he took that in the way that he did last night in the post press conference where he said, yeah, I guess now I'm the email champion, the French fries champion. You know what I'm saying? He basically said, you know, he threw it back at everybody. Now you can't say I'm not anything because I'm everything now. Everything that you hold dear to your heart, whether it's the franchise or the email, I'm all of that now. You know? So shout out to him for doing that.
Yeah, man, and all praise to Allah as well. I want to say because Devin Haney is such a humble guy. Everybody slags him off, but he keeps it humble, bro, because he's a Muslim. He's so humble, man. He didn't bite back when he was called a rat. He kept, remained calm. And you know what? Big ups to him, man. You have to respect this guy, man. I can see the narrative changing now. People are saying he's boring. What are we watching? Are we watching fighting on the street or are we watching boxing? The art of boxing. This is the highest level of boxing, man. Respect the guy. I see people saying like, "Oh, he's a boring fighter." That bitch ass Ryan, man. He's spreading that bullshit as well.
Here's my response to that, Mo Boxing. If he's boring, why don't you just go beat him?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Go beat him. Yeah,
go beat him.
Yo, shout out to the whole chat, man. Yo, I got a bunch of people, man. Shout out to my brother Sinister. Shout out to Guido. Of course, like I said, Young Billy's up in the building. We got Nato. We got Lady Chan, Dundam Season up in the building. Peter Von Arks, man. Yo, if I missed you, I think I said pretty much everybody else earlier. So shout out to everybody, man. But the links there. You know what I mean? The link's there. So if y'all want to chop it up, just bring it up. So all right. So Devin Haney, I'm not gonna continue on that one until somebody else jumps in and wants to continue that. But let's talk about everything else. David Morrell Jr. Salute PR Rum. Salute Cali Dominance. So who wants to start on that? Because some people are saying that he's ready for the smoke, and some people are. Okay, go ahead.
Be careful what you wish for, Morrell. You just might get it.
Elaborate, because a lot of people. I personally feel like people need to acclimate themselves. You know what I'm saying, little by little, to get to that world title level. But a lot of people are trying to throw him in right now, saying that he's ready. because of the amateur experience. So I mean, hey, it worked for Loma, but it really didn't because he lost the second fight. But you know what I mean? So what do we do?
This is what I'm saying, bro. You beat cab driver A, forklift driver B, and stock delivery boy C, and you beating them and you're destroying them, and as you should. David Benavidez ain't none of them guys. So if you want to put his 7-fight ass in there with Benavidez, hey, be my guest. I don't think you're gonna like the results. You can say what you want about Benavidez. Benavidez is a fucking dog. So if you think he's ready, put his motherfucking ass up in there. I don't think it's gonna turn out the way you think it is. I mean, the guy is good. David Morrell has talent. The guy got 7 fights, man. We don't know if this guy can take a shot because he ain't never been hit. We know Benavidez can take a shot because he been hit. So, you know, if they want it, I just don't see, because number one, there's no money in it, number one. I mean, we can sit here on panels and on YouTube and big up Morrell and his amateur career and all this shit. But the bottom line is financially, there's no money in a Morrell fight.
Right.
Unless you fight in Minnesota, there's no money in it. And even in Minnesota, there's still no money in it. So Benavidez would rather fight a Charlo or a Canelo or even a Zurdo or even a fucking Bivol than fight a Benavidez because there's more money in those fights. You see what I'm saying?
Who does he fight then? Because look, let me just jump to Tony Boswell says Morrell is too green in my opinion. David beats him in my opinion. Sliding Counter says Morrell still got things to work on. He punches with a volume, but needs to set things up better. He rushes for a KO, right? And Tony again jumps in. Morrell needs more experience. So I think the general consensus, and Guido just full-fledged says David Morrell is overrated. Hasn't fought nobody. David Benavidez will beat the shit out of him. And Lady Chan still says I still want to see the fight. They both big 168 pounders. So who does he fight?
I think they should move him along. Like what's the guy that Berlanga fought? The guy that he went 8 rounds with?
DeMond Nicholson?
You remember that guy?
No.
Henderson. Nicholson. He should fight that guy. Somebody run up that guy. Maybe fight I don't know, some other up and coming guys. But you know, you want to put him in maybe a Darrell, somebody like that on that level. You know, step him up gradually. But to throw him right in there with the shark, Benavidez, I'd rather you throw him in there with a Plant. You know, somebody safe or a fucking
Jerome saying John Ryder.
Jerome said, John Ryder, somebody like that. Throw him in there with somebody like that, but don't feed him to Benavidez. That's not going to end well.
So I heard a lot of people saying that he beats Plant. Do you think that it's an easy fight like that he beats Plant?
But Plant's biggest problem is he got no pop. Plant can't keep nobody off of him. You couldn't keep Canelo off of you. This guy hits hard. You can't keep this guy off of you. You have no pop in your punches. This ain't no goddamn Caleb Truax. This ain't no figgin' butts. You know what I'm saying? This guy's legit. David Morrell's a good fighter, man. He punches hard. So Plant can box. He's a great boxer, but he can't keep nobody off of him. That's his Achilles heel.
So Peter says there's a Russian at 68, lots of amateur experience, hits hard, good jab, good ring IQ, ranked number 3 WBC. He's had 9 fights, more than Morrell Jr.
Fight that guy.
Right? Why not? Why not? But yeah, man.
I know. Boo Boo, who's the guy Boo Boo was gonna fight? Zach Parker? Fight him.
Okay, he said Pavel Silyagin is a dude he's talking about. So
yeah,
gotta look him up because I haven't really heard about him.
Yeah, or Zach Parker needs a fight. Fight him, bro.
Yeah, true. Yeah, man. So I mean, unfortunately, there's hold on. Puerto Rican Rum says that Argentinian dude that dropped Berlanga would give Morrell a decent test. I forgot his name, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, fight that guy. Fight that guy. There you go.
Yeah, and I know that what's his name? DeMond Nicholson is looking for work. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, that's the type of fights he needs right now. You want to throw him right in there with fucking David Benavidez, man? Nah, man, nah. Let the kid grow a little bit.
Yeah.
Benavidez is good. I mean, people may not like him. They may say he lost his belt on the scale. He lost his belt because of coke. Whatever. The bottom line is that motherfucker can fight. And he's a dog.
Right.
So you, like I said, like I started off with, Major King, be careful what you wish for. You just might get it.
That's true. That's true. So, look, final question, man. Stephen Fulton, unless anybody wants to join, you know what I mean? And we could build a little bit more. But Stephen Fulton, man, what's up, man? Does he go undisputed?
Probably. I don't see anybody at 22 that can stop him. I think he beats all them dudes. And if you want to go get that little Japanese cat and bring him up to 22, he'll beat his ass too. Bring him up there.
Yeah, he's been doing good, man. He's been doing good, man. Like he's been on a little run right now. You know, I like Stephen Fulton, man. And I like the humbleness too. This dude, what's his name again? I forget his freaking name. Moran. Dude, he fought yesterday. What the freaking? You know what I'm talking about, right? He just beat,
he fought Danny Roman yesterday. He beat Danny Roman 12-0. He shut him up.
For some reason, I keep calling him Moran, but what's called it Roman. So Roman,
shut up.
Roman was mad humble at the end, bro. Mad humble. He said, "Yo, that was a better guy tonight. You know, this and that, man. You know, and yo, I like to hear stuff like that. If you get beat, man, I don't want to hear no damn excuses, man. I don't want to hear none of that. You know, but he was very humble with it. And he said, man, make me proud, like do the things that I couldn't do. The things that I couldn't accomplish, go ahead and do that. You know what I mean? So that's dope to hear because, hey, it's all competition, but at the end of the day, it's sportsmanship as well. You know? So, yeah, you on mute, bro.
Exactly, big brother. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I love the way Danny Roman took it, but there was really nothing he could say because he was in the ring. We watched the fight, but he was in the ring. He knows he lost 12-0. The guy shut him out, man. The guy, everything he did, Stephen Fulton had an answer for it. There was nothing he could do. Yeah. That guy's good, man. He's really, really good. Solid guy. He can box. He can bang. He can fight going forward. He can fight going backward. Lateral movement. Got a great jab, great IQ. I mean, the guy got it all. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't see anybody at 22 that's going to beat him. You know, are they talking about MJ? Yeah, okay, well. Go get MJ. I think he beats MJ's ass too.
Yeah. I mean, it's like styles make fights, but Fulton's got a better chance with his style. See what I'm saying? Like you could also you say styles make fights, right? Which is true, but at the end of the day, like percent, you could kind of almost put a percentage on. All right, this style normally beats this type of style. This style normally beats that type of style, and Fulton's style is a very solid style. That's gonna probably win most of the time. Now Guido's saying Brandon Figueroa outworked him, and he wants to see a rematch. But so maybe that style clap meshed well. You know what I'm saying? Gave Fulton a little bit of difficulty. But at the end of the day, not a lot of people will do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's kudos to Brandon Figueroa for that. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people won't actually give him that many problems, man, with his style.
Yeah, and Figueroa probably was killing himself to make that weight. Figueroa's probably too big for 22. He moved up to 26, which I think is good for him. Now I want to see Figueroa fight Navarrete, get that out of the way, and let's move from there.
No doubt. Yo, I'm gonna drop the link last time. This is last call because I know that by the way, if Jimmy or 150 listens to this, Myron personally wanted to speak to y'all. You know what I'm saying? And but he's not here, so so that is what it is. But yeah, man, last call on the link. You know what I mean? If nobody wants to click the link, go and call it a night.
Hey, I got a phone call, bro. I'm gonna holler till the next one. Yeah?
Yo, I appreciate you popping up, man. I appreciate you.
All right, big dog.
Shut it down anyway. So yeah, man, I just wanted to do a quick pop-up live and talk about that, man. Again, I feel like it was very suspicious. You know what I mean? It was very suspicious, the things that were going on. What's going on, Guido?
Hey, what up, bro? What's good?
Oh, I'm chilling, man. To speak your mind.
Man, I just want to say, man, yo, you see what I'm saying? ESPN, bro? They be twisting things up, bro. Like, they don't know what to say. Before, we had all this argument the last 2 years about the Undisputed. You know what I'm saying? Now that they want to say that he was undisputed and George Cambosa was undisputed. Like, come on, man. You see? It's the fucking shit I'm talking about, man. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean, bro? This is why it's like, damn, bro. This politics shit is really ruining everything, bro. It really is, bro.
Yeah, man.
You know, congratulations to David Haney because David Haney did his thing last night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. He's been
Yeah,
getting
what's up?
he's been getting a lot of bullshit for the last year. So shout out to him. But yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I mean,
A lot of
yeah.
this confusion, man. You know,
That's the shit I'm saying. You see what I'm saying, man?
when you got that much power like ESPN, you should not be out here like, you know, giving false information. You should not be misinforming the people that depend on you for sports information.
And you already know how I feel about this, Glenn, because I always felt he was undisputed, you know? I always felt TFPMO was undisputed, but this fucking politics shit ruined everything, bro.
Yeah.
Now you want, after all the argument, now you want to post him in our face and say that he was undisputed. You know what I'm saying, Glenn?
Yeah.
That's the thing I'm coming from. Like, yo, like, what the fuck? Are y'all bipolar? Is he undisputed or he was not undisputed? Like, which is it? You know what I mean? Yeah. Which is it?
Yeah.
Like, that's the shit I'm saying, man, you know? Now, you wonder why these fans, they start arguing with each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because, I mean, everybody's being misinformed, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's one thing to be negligent, right? Or ignorant of something. Well, it goes from ignorance to negligence to fraudulent. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. So it's okay, like, if you didn't know, okay, but now you know.
Yeah.
But or if you still didn't know because you didn't you know, you didn't have the right things in place for you to figure out that you were wrong, then that's negligence. But then when you know that you're wrong and you still misinforming people, that's fraudulent. That's fraudulent, man.
Hey, yo, Glenn, that's like me telling you I'm gonna marry these two chicks, but I'm gonna pick one and then I'm gonna marry the other one. And you're like, who the fuck you married to, bro? You know what I'm saying?
This is crazy.
Like, pick which is it? Is it hard? Is the other girl? What is it? You know what I mean? Like, these motherfuckers, bro, like, I don't know, bro. Like, and I want to say something too. Timothy Bradley, bro, that dude is a disgrace, bro. His commentator, bro. Damn, bro.
I forgot to bring that up when everybody else was here. Go ahead and top it up. Go ahead and break down what you mean about Timothy Bradley.
I just feel like he's very. I just feel like he's being very biased, bro. Like, Timothy Bradley, like, what the fuck, bro? Like, dude, like, what are you saying, bro? You know what I mean? He said some other shit about the fight that I seen. I didn't see earlier, but I think it was like before the fight. Some fighter got hit behind the head, and he was laughing about it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
I forgot what fight was it, and I was like, oh, this guy's full of shit because if it was the fighter you was rooting for, your ass would have been fighting. He got hit. Oh no, that was back of the head. You know what I mean?
Yo, that was the Lucas Brown fight, man. You damn right about that, man. How the hell Lucas Brown hit him behind the head? Okay, well, right. The ref didn't call it, but you as an ex-fighter, right? You're gonna sit up there and laugh. Oh, well, I guess the ref didn't see it. You know, bro. Like if I'm pretty sure if it was one of the guys that he was like really pushing for,
exactly,
he would have been like making a whole fucking like stink about that. You know what I'm saying? He would have been like, yo, you know what the hell? He hit him. The ref should get fired. This and this and that. Boom, boom, boom. But because it was a fight that he didn't care about. He didn't care about any of the people that was in that fight. He just like, you know, kind of laughed it off, and that doesn't show consistency. And yeah, man, like I don't know what's up with Timothy Bradley, man. You know what I mean?
And like I said, like I told you, bro, before, Timothy Bradley, it's a fan just with a suit on. That's all he is. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, unfortunately, he's a fighter himself, and he's no different than the other fans that be biased, and they be like, yeah, you know, I like this fighter and I don't like this fighter. You know what I mean? He doesn't know how to be neutral sometimes, you know?
True.
You know what I mean? But yeah, he no different, bro. Timothy Bradley is no different.
Yeah, man. I thought that shit was.
That's unfortunately, bro. You know.
I'm glad that a lot of people have picked up on not listening to the commentary and just watching it with their own eyes. You know what I'm saying? So, but yo, Sliding Counter asks, what are your thoughts on Inoue versus Donaire?
Oh, that's gonna be a banger right there. That's gonna be a war. I can't wait for that one. See, I'm ready to see that one. Ah man, you know what? I would love Donaire to pull it off, brother. I really do. But damn, I think that Naomi's gonna win though. Damn. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like I would love Donaire to put it up, but I'm thinking Naomi. is gonna get this dude, bro.
Yeah, man. I like you already know that for me, like, man, I got mad love for Donaire, man. I watched when he beat Vic Darchinyan live. You know what I'm saying? The first time and the second time. And then like not there, but I mean like on the TV, I watched that shit like
Yeah.
And I've watched him that long. And the thing is that he's always been somebody that made me proud as far as like great left hook and never ducked any smoke. But bro,
yeah.
we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out if he aged any, bro, because Inoue is a monster, bro, and he is gonna bring it. You know what I mean? So we're gonna find out if he still got enough in the tank. But regardless of the outcome, you know what I mean? Even if he can't beat him, man, just retire because you're not doing anything but taking punishment at this point. If you know what I'm saying, unnecessary punishment. And it's not like people are beating in his ass or nothing, but I mean, that shit accumulates. So. He should either call it quits if he loses, or if he wins, then hey, what can I say, man?
Hey, Donaire doesn't have nothing to prove, brother. Donaire's already legend in the game. You know what I'm saying? To be fighting at the stage of his career, man, damn, that says a lot about him. You know?
Yeah, man.
You
He's
know
got body shots. He's got all type of shit, man. But again, does what you call it? Does Nonito Donaire rock him and crack his eye open again?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, he did. He broke his honorable, I think, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, does he do it again in this fight? You know, 'cause he's got that vicious left hook, man.
I like I said, I would love Donaire to win, but then something just tell me now he might, might make a little adjustment, and we might see adjustment in this fight. You know, we're gonna see how good Naomi is, bro, in this fight. It's gonna tell us how good he really is. You know?
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? So this will be interesting to see. You know?
That's facts, man. But yo, I just wanted to do a quick.
So man, boxing, man, we've been having great fights, man. I can't complain, bro.
Yeah, man.
You said what?
No, I'm saying I just want to do a quick pop-up live. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Conshonery, man. Shout out to you as well, man. OG Puerto Rican rum. But we about to shut it down real quick, man. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to come in and talk about those little things that I noticed yesterday. But at the end of the day, the main point that we want to run away with is, yo, undisputed king at 135 right now is Devin Haney. You know what I mean? Regardless of what everybody said leading up to this, there's no dispute in his undisputed right now. So with that being said, shout out to Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? Brought the belts back to the U.S. You know what I mean? Hopefully he defends them soon, and hopefully we continue to get great boxing matches. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, credit to him, and he did his thing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's the difference between us and other fans. See, even though I'm a fan of Tia, but I gotta keep it real at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying, Glenn? And I gotta give the man his credit. You know?
Yeah.
I like these other motherfuckers when Tia won, nobody says shit about it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it is what it is, bro. You know?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I just don't want to take any shine away from Devin. You know what I'm saying? Great job. The same way that I gave T.O. his shine when he did that and gave Campbell his shine. Devin Haney deserves his right now. But yo, easy. You right, bro. My son is cooking in the kitchen, bro. I heard that shit too, bro. Yeah, you're right.
Oh shit, my homie Easy, what's good, bro? Yo, hop on real quick, homie. Shit, if you can for a little bit.
What do you mean, bro? I'm bouncing. Yeah, have a great Sunday night, man. Peace.
All right, bro.